Hey everyone, how's it going? Today we'll be unboxing the real grade high new Gundam, appearing in Mobile Suit Gundam Char's Counterattack Belcher Chica's Children. The kit comes in a big box given that the high new is on the larger than normal scale compared to other mobile suits. The box art is in the standard real grade fashion with a close-up of the head unit and a full body shot of the suit on the side. This is a 2021 release and has been one of the most anticipated kits to arrive in real grade form. Looking at the side of the box, we see pictures of the kit that shows its posability and various gimmicks. This side presents the same image as the box art, while moving on to the opposite side, we are treated with some action poses of the high new, wielding its different weapons, and it all just looks so cool. Now let's go ahead and see what's inside the box. Runner A is your multicolored runner that contains parts that are molded in this interesting pale shade of blue that will be primarily used on the funnels, along with metallic gold parts to be used on the inner frame and joint parts. Here's a closer look at those funnel parts that are molded in that pale shade of blue. Very nice, and those gold parts that come in what you might say the standard Bandai gold. The white armor parts contains pieces of the shield and head unit. Runner B would be your advanced MS joint frame that only features the inner frame of the funnels. In earlier real grades, they would have contained the full inner frame of the kit, however for the high new, these are the only ones included. Runner C1 contains a lot of the armor parts and they are molded in a plain white color. The details are crisp and very good as is standard on the real grade line. You can find armor pieces for the arms, the shoulders, the legs, some bits for the funnels, and parts of the propellant tank of the Gundam. Runner C2 is a duplicate of Runner C1 minus the parts for the new Hyper Bazooka. For Runner D, we find yet more armor parts for the waist and skirt armors, the backpack, as well as parts for the weapons such as the beam rifle and the Hyper Bazooka. Runner E contains the white parts for the fin funnels, as the funnels are made up of several colors which are all built separately by color. One thing I've noticed is that the white armor parts are all molded in the same shade of pure white, so there's no light gray color to produce that two-tone look that we find on earlier real grades. Now we have two identical runners for Runner F. These runners are huge by 1:1 44th scale standards and make up the parts for the high new Gundam's inner frame. They are molded with exceptional detail as you can see some great mechanical detailing on the surface of these pieces. I will paint some of those details with additional metallic colors such as copper and gunmetal just to add some extra touch to enhance the overall look of the kit. Runner G contains more parts for the inner frame and some parts for the shield and beam rifle. You can see the open palm hand part as well as parts for the holding hands and the included action base adapter. Inner frame parts included in this runner are the ones used for the chest, the waist, and the skirt armors. Runner H1 is molded in this nice blue color and contains parts for the funnels, the backpack, and the feet. An interesting note here is that parts of the shield are also molded in this blue color, as the shield itself is made up of several colors and all molded separately. Runner H2 is molded in the same blue color as Runner H1, with duplicate parts for the backpack and the feet, but this time minus the parts for the shield. It also contains additional parts for the torso and the hands. Runners I1 and I2 comes in the kit's second metallic color, which is, I guess, this passable tone of silver. To be fair, a chrome or reflective silver won't necessarily be advisable, as a lot of these silver parts will be part of the armor scheme, and I think would look a little awkward against the matte sheen of the rest of the high news armor. It's just my personal taste, but I find chrome silver to be best used sparingly and only on the inner frame and mechanical details. Parts for these runners are to be used in the inner frame, verniers, and the hyper bazooka. This is the kit's decal sheet. The marking stickers look very good and they add an exceptional amount of detail to the already fantastic looking High New Gundam. There are also metallic stickers to be used on the inner frame. Also included with the kit is a pair of beam saber effect parts tinted in blue to match the Gundam's color scheme. I will be skimming over the instruction manual for those of you who's interested to take a look inside. The manual is presented in a simple and straightforward manner, and there's also a guide where to put the decals at the end. The real grade High New Gundam contains a solid set of huge runners with exceptionally detailed parts and is said to be an interesting build. While the lack of color variation on the armor pieces may result in the loss of the signature real grade two-tone look that I love, it's a very minor gripe that can easily be remedied with painting. That said, I'm very excited to build my own RG High New Gundam, as I have been eyeing this kit for quite a while. Hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already to watch the completed kit in my upcoming review. Thanks for watching and I'll see you on the next one.